deepest wound, my most painful scar, and I cherish you. Well, ignore my warning. Just know that I'm sorry for you. And all this time, just know that I tried for you. Come back to me. Take me away and break me into pieces. Hit me with the truth. And don't pull your punches. And I'll brace myself for all this pain. Erase myself and start again. Grab a hold of me and throw me in the deep We're unbreakable, bonded by our passion, undeniable, brothers till the very end. Just a bunch of outcasts, only meant for slaughter. But we will overcome this if we can band together. Look into my eyes, grab a hold of my hand. Remember who we are, brothers till the very end. Remember who we are. Remember who we are. Never thought I'd be alone. Always thought I'd have a home. One by one you fell away. Colors turned from tagging graves. What was once inseparable has become forgettable. Brothers till the very end, stripped of all its meaning. And now it's just me. And now it's just me. Distant fragment. Shattered pieces! Thank you. Well, good evening, folks, or good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Quincy Kane here, and this is live stream number 184. And for this stream, it is game night and music. So welcome to game night and music. We're going to have a few songs, and we're going to have some friendly competition. So let's catch up with the chat, see if we have any competitors. I see Merc and Rebel, hoping you guys are going to be able to stick around and play. Let's catch up here. Yep, Rebel. Gonna try and share. You rock. Hey, Rebel, I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing. From what I could understand, it sounded like you were having some problems with your channel lately. Like you couldn't get into it and were having to use, I guess, like a temporary channel or something like that. I don't know all the details, but, I mean, as far as I can tell, it says Rebel Rocker. It looks like your usual channel. I don't know if you got it back, you got that sorted out, or if there's still certain issues that you're trying to get resolved. But I do hope that's working out. I always appreciate your support. I appreciate your kind words. And if you can hang out, I think if I recall, sometimes you're on the drive home or something like that. I might be wrong. But if you can stick around and play some, that'd be great. I'd love to have you a part of the competition. Hey, we got Julian in the chat. Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing well. How about yourself, Julian? Anything fun or eventful happened lately? Anything you're looking forward to that's coming up? Keep me, let me know. Give me some updates on what's going on with you. Good to have you in the chat. let me get you in the competition here. We haven't started yet, but tonight is game night and music. So just played a song. That song that I played was Brothers to the End. If you enjoyed that, it is available on Spotify and other streaming platforms. Let's see here. There we go. We're going to be playing the tier list game. This is pretty much game night means that we're playing the tier list game, you know. It's a fun game. It just works well for this format because we don't always know how many people are going to show up. And this is a game anyone can play at any time. Even if you come in late, you can still swoop in and take the win. Like, you know, anyone can play. So let's see here. I know we've got a few people. We got Rebel here. I'm hoping Rebel will be able to play. So everyone's going to start on F tier, and the objective is to try to work your way up to the top. First person to S tier wins. There's Rebel. I might have to get your name loaded up. Jillian, yeah, let me get your name loaded up. And if Merc is here to play, I'll get his name in on there. And I'm going to load Jillian's name just a second here. I've got a few names made. We're going to go, actually I don't know if I've made Jillian. I've got a Jill here. So we'll use that for short, you know, just Jill for short. But if I might have to, that might have been for somebody else whose name was actually Jill. But either way, that'll work for now. All it does, it just represents you in your ranking in the game. So that's all it is. Merc is here. Yes, I'm here to play for a few. Well, awesome. Well, maybe in a few, you can take the win. You know, it doesn't take long if you're on your A game. I'll explain the rules real quick for those of you who are just getting familiar with it, and we might have enough people to just go ahead and start the competition. And like I said, the nice thing about this game is that really anyone can jump in at any moment and still win. So here's how the game works. Everyone is starting on the bottom tier, on F tier, and I'm going to ask a series of questions and challenges. Sometimes the questions, it's the first person to answer. Sometimes everyone gets a chance to answer, and I'll pick my favorite answer. Sometimes it's, you know, it's a variety of challenges and riddles, passwords, things like that. And whoever succeeds, whoever gets the win, they advance in the ranking. So obviously from F tier, you would move up to D tier, and then from D tier, you would move up to C tier. Now, the fun thing is that there are certain perks unlocked as people move up. And these are perks that allow other competitors a chance to catch back up. So as soon as somebody reaches C tier, that's going to unlock a perk where every tier underneath will get 2 points. So if you're in F tier, that means your next win you can skip D tier and you can move up to C tier. And if you're in D tier, you can actually skip C tier and you can take the lead. With your next answer, you could take the lead and move up to B tier. The game will continue, and then the first person to reach A tier, that's 1 before the last tier of taking the win. But once somebody reaches A tier, all of the tiers underneath will be worth 2 points. So if someone was in B tier, they could still take the win. All they have to do is answer a question. They could skip A tier and take the win for S tier. Somebody all the way in F tier, they wouldn't have to answer, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Normally, you'd have to answer 5 questions to get the win. But if you're in F tier, you would only have to answer 3 questions, and you could still get the win. So those are some of the perks. A few things to clarify. Google is allowed, because the game wouldn't be any fun if I were to ask a question and nobody knew the answer. You know, it's no fun just to sit around. So basically at that point, it becomes a race, first person to Google the answer. And you're not going to be able to Google the answer as fast as somebody who already knows the answer. So Google is allowed, but, you know, again, it just depends on the scenario. Pretty much the only challenge that I prefer Google not to be used is the riddle challenge, and that's mostly for the fun of it. I think riddles are more fun when you like actually think them through and try to figure them out. So that's the only one that I sort of request that you don't use Google, but other than that, Google is permitted. And lastly, just to clarify, I do have my chat set to live chat, so everything should be lined up. I should be seeing things, but just to clarify, if sometimes there's some weird stuff, like you'll send your answer and you'll think you got it first, but I'll see somebody else's answer first. So just to clarify, I'm always going to pick the answer that I see first. So if for some reason it's showing different on your screen, I apologize for that, but just so there's no confusion, I'm always going to go with the answer that I see first. Indy, good to have you in the chat. I hope you've been doing well. Let me know anything fun or eventful happened lately, or is there anything coming up that you're looking forward to? I hope you've had a good summer so far. Let me know how your summer's going. Let me see here. Let me find Indy. There you are. I'm going to get Indy in on this, and I think we're going to get this game going. So why don't you all go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you're ready, or just type, let's go, I'm ready. Just let me know that you're ready, and we'll get this competition started. One last thing, a courtesy reminder, make sure you are caught up with the stream. Make sure you are live, because if you're behind, then you'll be at a disadvantage. So do make sure you can click, I think you can click the live button, and that'll get you caught up with the stream. So make sure you are live. I don't want you to be at a disadvantage. You might be hearing the question later than everyone else and be behind. That's fun. Indy's husband's B-Day is coming up. That's awesome. Let me know if you have any particular plans on how you're going to celebrate. I don't know if you're getting with family, or if you're going somewhere, going out to eat, or throwing a party at home, or just taking it easy. You'll have to let me know what you guys have in mind. And yeah, I think I would recommend, I've already got live chat turned on, but I think you guys can actually turn that on too. So you might, at the top of the chat, you should see a little section. I think it says top chat, but if you click it, you can change it to live chat. And that way you can see all the comments coming in live, you know, as they come in. It's his 50th. Throwing a big party. Wow, big 50, big 50. Well, awesome. Well, let him know I said happy birthday, and I hope you guys have a great time celebrating him. Hey, Becky, just in time. We were about to get the game started. Hey, everyone, trying to watch, but bad storms keep taking out the Wi-Fi. Well, Becky, like I said, I always appreciate you tuning in. If you could play, that'd be great. Would absolutely love to have you a part of this, but if you're having stormy weather, I definitely understand. But I definitely appreciate, and yeah, you know, I feel like you always come and you say you need sleep, and then you end up staying up for the whole stream, and I appreciate that. You know, I love spending time with you. I love you hanging out in the streams, but I also care about your well-being. So never feel like you have to stay up, you know, like if you're just like, man, I'm so tired, I want to hang out, but I really need some sleep, please take care of yourself. You know, I want you to take care of yourself, but I really do appreciate you. I appreciate you hanging out, and even if you can just play for a little bit, that'd be great, but certainly don't force yourself. Let me get you in on the competition here, and we're going to dive right into our first question. Last courtesy reminder, just make sure you are live with the stream. And here we go. Looks like we have some thumbs up, some I'm readies. So let's get the first question. Let's see here. All right, here we go. This is kind of a guessing game. You're not going to be able to Google this one. And this is kind of a fun one because there's multiple answers. So I'll give you guys maybe like a couple minutes to throw out your answers. And I'll give a point to everyone who gets a correct answer. You know, I'll only give 1 point. So if you get one right, you get that. If you happen to guess another answer, I'm not going to keep giving you points. But there's a chance everyone could get a point here. Here we go. The question is, name a brand of shoe that I wear. So there's a few different brands that I wear, and to be honest, it's not like I'm particular for certain brands. There's a few brands that I do like specifically for certain reasons, but for the most part, I just see shoes and I'm like, hey, those look nice. That's what I get, you know. I don't really care what brand it is for the most part, but I do have a variety of brands that I wear for different reasons. So if you can name a brand, man, right off the bat, we got Vans from Becky. That is correct. So first point's going to go to Becky. And then we've got Adidas from Silas. Silas, appreciate you tuning in. I do wear Adidas. Those are my athletic shoes that I wear. So both of you will get a point. Silas, let me get you in on the competition here. We'll give you guys like 1 more minute if you guys want to throw out some answers. This might be a chance for everyone to get a point. Let me get Silas in on here. So Becky, we'll get you up there. I'll get Silas up there. And we'll wait just like a few more seconds if anyone else can get an answer. I see Skechers, but no, I don't have any Skechers. They're a skater brand. Yep, that's if you know that I skateboard, then yes, Vans is a good guess. But what's funny is I don't know if I've actually skated any Vans, which is kind of funny. I've worn them casually. I skate a different brand of shoe. Oh, and actually, Adidas are not my athletic shoe. I just realized that. Nike? Nope, not mine. And yeah, Indy, if you said Skechers, I did see that. I don't have any Skechers. And Merck, I see that you said Vans as well, but I think Becky got it before you. That's what I'm seeing on the chat here. Yeah, no Skechers. I don't have any Nikes. Well, I said Vans 1 second later. Yep, you were close, Merc. So you got the right idea. I still wear them too. Yep. All right, I think we're going to put a wrap on that, but good guesses. I'll share for future reference. So I do have some Vans, but interestingly, some of you know that I do skateboard. My preferred skate shoe is a brand called S. It's spelled E-S. I think it's exclusively like a skate brand. It's not like a common casual wear brand, but it's they make some of my favorite skate shoes for skateboarding. So it's not necessarily for aesthetics. Although they are nice looking shoes. It's specifically, they're designed in a way that just works really good. Because when you skateboard, your feet are rubbing against the top of the board, and the board has that grip tape. It's almost like sandpaper. So in skateboarding, you will shred up your shoes. So you definitely want designated shoes for skateboarding. And S makes a really good shoe that can take some of that beating and last for a good long time. I don't know if I've actually skated Vans before, but I do have some Vans that I wear casually. Right now, I'm actually wearing Levi's. I didn't even know they were Levi's. I just got some shoes, and I just thought they looked nice. And then I was like, what brand of shoes are these? They're Levi's. And then I'm actually skating some Adidas right now. They're like old shoes. They're not. I don't even know if they're actually skate shoes. They just kind of have a similar shape, so they work. I don't like to let things go to waste. So they're old shoes. They work for skating. So I'm kind of skating them, getting them torn up, and then I'll switch back to S. And then there's a brand called Asics. I've got some athletic, like running shoes that I use for those. And then lastly, I've got some Converse. You got to have some Converse, man. You know, I feel like that classic black and white combo of Converse is like a must-have. So got to have some Converse. All right, let's see here. Silas, I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, same question to you. If you're asking anything fun or eventful coming up, that goes to everyone in the chat. For myself, definitely, I've been working on some music lately. I have to be honest, it's probably going to be a while till my next release. But what I'm working on right now, rather than one song, I'm actually trying to write kind of like a batch of songs, and that's been really fun. And I've also been working up some exciting stuff, some business stuff that I'm excited about. Can't really talk too much about it right now, but I'm excited for what it might entail in the future. Let's see here. I got a hole in my roof and rainwater has gotten in, so I suppose that will be eventful. Sounds like you got a free water park in your room. I do hate that for you, man. I hope you can get that fixed quickly. But yes, I do hope that gets taken care of. And then I thought Vans were to skate in. They are. Vans are skate shoes. But that's what I mean. Like, I could skate them, but the shoes that I have I just wear them casually. Maybe I'll use them eventually for skating, like once they get a little older or something like that. Silas has Levi's long sleeve shirt. Cool. All right. And yeah, I think a little chuckle. Happy day to you. Hey, Snooks, appreciate you tuning in. We're just getting started. We have a little bit of a competition. So far, we've got Becky and Silas in D tier, but let me get your name loaded up here. Everyone, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you are ready for the next question, the next challenge, or just type in, I'm ready, let's go, something like that, and we will move on to the next question here. I'm going to get Snooks added to the competition. Snooks, let me know how things have been. Anything fun or eventful happened lately, or anything coming up that you're excited about? Definitely let me know. All right. Just going to wait for some confirmation that you guys are ready, and then we are going to hop into the next one. This next one actually kind of leads nicely into something that I'm looking forward to, something I'm excited about that I'll share with you guys in a moment here. So, all right. Ready, Freddy. Merc is ready. Snooks is doing great. Glad to hear that. Got a thumbs up from Becky. All right. Looks like you guys are ready. Thumbs up from Snooks. All right, here we go. This next one is a movie quote, okay? So first person to name the movie, the title of the movie, will get it. All right, here is the quote. So what movie is this from? Wilma, I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. That is the quote. So one more time, I'll say it again. Wilma, I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Kind of a hard hard line to quote. I wish I could say it smooth. Like when he delivers it, he's so smooth. Not one man on this force will rest 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Didn't see it, says Becky. It's one of my favorites. Flintstones. No, not Flintstones, but Auntie, appreciate you tuning in. A Mel Brooks film. You're kind of in the right ballpark. I don't think Mel Brooks has any association, but definitely that kind of humor. I don't know. Well, if you guys want, you can quote, you can look it up. You can try to Google it. First person to Google the answer. You can just search, not one man will rest until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. If you search that, it'll probably tell you the title of the movie. Police Academy. Not Police Academy, but you're kind of in the right ballpark. Naked Gun. Silas got it. Yep, that is the Naked Gun files from the police squad. So congrats to Silas moving up to C tier, which means since Silas has reached C tier, that unlocks a perk. So everyone underneath, your next answer will be worth 2 points. So Becky, your next answer, you can actually skip C tier and take the lead in B tier. And everyone in F tier, your next, you could tie for the lead. Your next answer will bring you right up to C tier. But yes, that is from The Naked Gun, Leslie Nielsen movie that came out in 1988, I believe. I love those movies. I'm a big Leslie Nielsen fan. Unfortunately, he passed a few years ago, but he was known as a dramatic actor. Some of you might know, if you've seen the movie Airplane, that's kind of where he debuted as a comedic actor. He was known as a serious dramatic actor, and then they cast him in this comedy Airplane. And the key to his comedy is that he plays the situation seriously. Like, he doesn't play it like it's a comedy. He plays it seriously and dramatically, but he gets put in these absurd situations, or he has to deliver this absurd dialogue, and the way he does it, it just adds to the humor that he's taking it seriously. And the Naked Gun series, that was a trilogy of movies. He's basically a police officer, but he's got like the right heart, like he's got like a heart for law enforcement, but he just kind of just makes a lot of bizarre calls and gets caught in these awkward situations and stuff. So they're really funny movies. They're some of my favorites, and it's kind of current. Yeah, Becky's saying I haven't seen it either. Definitely check out the original. But if you guys haven't seen the new Naked, they actually did a remake of Naked Gun. It comes out this weekend, and I was so nervous about that because most remakes are awful. A lot of times they're just baiting on nostalgia, and there's no reason for it to be made. But this one intrigued me because it's starring Liam Neeson. Some of you might know Liam Neeson from the movie Taken, which is a favorite action movie of mine. Liam Neeson he played Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars The Phantom Menace. He was also Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins. Liam Neeson's great. He was also in Schindler's List. Yeah, Snook saying love Naked Gun, the original. Yep. Well, thankfully, yes, this new one coming out had me concerned. I really like Liam Neeson, but I was definitely concerned. But so far, I've heard good reviews about it. I've heard a lot of reviewers are saying it's the funniest movie they've seen in theaters in a long time. And yeah, I love Liam too. He's a favorite of mine. So I'm really excited. Me and my brother like him. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to. I'm just looking forward to seeing it with my brother. Like anytime a good movie comes out, I just love going with somebody I care about, going to the movie and just enjoying it together. So that's what I'm looking forward to this weekend. I'm looking forward to going to see the new Naked Gun movie with my brother. But I would definitely say, I mean, you could probably watch it. I'm pretty sure it kind of works standalone. It's not really just a remake. It's actually a sequel because technically he's playing the son of Leslie Nielsen's character. He's playing the son of the main character. But, it's kind of a remake-wall where it if that makes sense. It's a remake, kind of a reboot, but it is still building off of the movies that happened before. Either way, I love those movies. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. I would definitely encourage you. It's very silly humor, not like absurd. Yes, absurd, but not like the characters act silly. It's more like they just get put in funny situations, and it's just got really the humor is very clever, very witty, and there's some funny use of puns, some funny like almost dad joke kind of humor. I don't know. It's I love those movies. So if you like Mel Brooks, you'll probably like a lot of these kind of movies as well. I'm hoping to see Fantastic Four with some friends, hopefully in the next few days. I actually heard that Fantastic Four was pretty good. Again, Marvel has been in very much of a downward slope lately. You know, they have not made much good movies. But I've heard Fantastic Four is actually, like, it works as a standalone film. It's not like you need to watch a bunch of movies to understand what's going on. It focuses on one story. It's not setting up sequels or bringing in characters that have nothing to do with the main plot. So I actually heard it's like a surprisingly good movie. So that's really cool. I hope you get a chance to see that, and you'll have to let me know what you think of it. If you like the John Wick series, Ballerina is a good one. Yeah, I love John Wick, and I was curious to see Ballerina. That's cool. I'm hoping to get out and see that one at some point because I hope it's still in theaters right now. I hope I haven't missed it. But I did go see that F1 movie. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but I went and saw that with my parents and my brother. F1 was really good, so that's another one. Definitely check that out if you guys get a chance. All right, awesome. So we are going to take a brief intermission. I'm going to play a song for you guys, and then we're going to pick back up with the competition here. And Auntie, let me get a name made for you so I can get you in on the competition. But so far, as you can see, we've got Silas in the lead at C tier. And then right behind him, we've got, who is it? Becky? Yeah, Becky in D tier. And then everyone else is in F tier. But again, your next question is worth 2 points. So even if you're in F tier, you can still, your next answer will get you tied with the lead. So we've got that. Let me make a name for Auntie real quick. And that way you can get in on the competition. We're going to take a brief intermission for some music. So feel free to grab a snack, and hope you enjoy this jam that I'm going to play for you. And then we will get back in the competition. All right, let me get Auntie's name loaded up here. Here we go. If anyone has seen any good movies lately, let me know. I know you guys mentioned some that you were looking forward to seeing, but let me know if you've seen any good movies lately, or if there's anything coming out that you're looking forward to. Let me know. All right. We're going to dive into some music here. Here we go. Let me see what my next song is. Got it. All right. This is a song I released a few months ago. Get the backing track set up. Here we go. All right. Hope you all like this. Here's a nice high-energy song. I released this a few months ago. This one's called Plastic Cup.
Believed I could be anything. Took a chance and chased a dream. Never realized just how lonely things would be. Now I'm crying on the bathroom floor like spilled milk, with a messy story, just moments till I self-destruct, with no one here to clean me up. Someone should show me some love. Tell me that I am good enough. I'm poured out all its birthday up, still it's tossed away like a plastic cup. And here I'm trying once again, like litter trapped inside the wind. Still believing I can get a hold of things. Every effort leads to new mistakes, and I crawl back to the same old place. I need someone who can lend a hand and pull me from this garbage can. Need someone to show me some love and tell me that I am good enough. I'm poured out, all that's built me up, still I'm tossed away like a plastic cup. Need someone to show me some love and tell me plastic cup. And still I tossed away like a plastic cup. In spite of how much it hurts, there's something inside of me, and I know it's more than just a brain. Would someone just show me some love and tell me that I am good enough? I poured out all this built me up, still I tossed away like a plastic cup. I know you feel like a piece of trash, thrown away and forgotten, but please don't let go, 'cause to me you're a treasure.
All right, there we go. That one's called Plastic Cup. Hope you enjoyed the song. And if you did, that song is available on Spotify. So feel free to check it out and listen to it again later. For anyone just tuning in, don't be shy, say hello. And we've got a good competition happening here, and it's not too late to join in. So even if you are just joining us, feel free to jump into the competition. Anyone can come back at any moment. Someone could be about to win the game, and you could just join in and still sweep in and take the victory. We've seen Daniel do that quite a few times. So let's catch back up with the chat, and then we will continue with the competition. Let's get our rankings back here. Again, we're playing the tier list game. Everyone's starting on F tier and working their way up. First person to S tier wins. So far, we've got Silas in the lead at C tier. We've got Becky close behind in D tier. And technically, everyone's close behind because a perk has been unlocked where everyone's next answer is worth 2 points. So Becky, you could take the lead if you get your next answer. Or, your next answer before Silas gets an answer. And anyone in F tier, anyone just joining, you can catch up with the lead. So you're definitely not too far behind. Let's catch back up with the chat. If I can find it. 1 second. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Thank you for the stars, Becky. Stars in the eyes. Love this song. One of your best, Quincy. Thank you, Silas. Much appreciated. Certainly one of my favorite songs, and it's a tough one to do, but I enjoy it. Here's our highlighted lyric. Still, I'm tossed away. Yep, the song using plastic cup as a metaphor for feeling like once your usefulness is done with, you're just tossed away. And but the main message of the song is to remember, even those times when you feel like you're not appreciated, when you kind of feel like people only give you attention when they need something from you, and then you're just kind of tossed away once they're done with that. Just know that you're not trash. Each and every one of you is treasure. You've got value, you've got purpose, you're special, and you deserve love just as much as anyone else does. So don't ever look down on yourself like that. Thank you for the applause, Indy. Much appreciated. Bravo. Thank you, Silas. That means a lot. If you play it, he will come. Daniel's song. You saying I need to play Let's Start Again. Yeah, maybe if I do that one, we can get Daniel here. Yes. Maybe I can give you guys a chance to win. Yeah, maybe maybe that's what I need to do is whenever someone gets to A tier, then I need to play Let's Start Again, see if Daniel shows up, and then see if he can come in and take the win. So, yep, that's funny. All right, here we go. Here's a courtesy reminder. We're going to continue with the competition. Make sure you are live with the stream. You might even select live chat at the top of the chat where you see top chat. If you click that, you can change it to live chat, and that way you will see all the comments as they're coming in live. Also, make sure you are caught up with the stream. Yeah, thanks. Becky's like, that's a great idea. Yeah, that might be the thing to do. I'm fully recyclable, says Auntie. That's right. You still have purpose. You're never used up. Yep. You've always got a purpose. Shine the Dan signal. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yep. Daniel, yeah, if we need the Dan signal, that's what Let's Start Again is. So guys, make sure you are caught up with the stream. If you're behind, you will be at a disadvantage, so make sure you are live. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up or type, let's go, I'm ready, bring it on, whatever you want to type. Just let me know that you are ready, and we will continue with the competition. The next, okay, this one, there's not a single answer for this. I'm going to be asking for a song from a certain artist. And it can be any song, but basically, first person to name any song from this artist will get the point. So it's not a specific song, it's any song, and it's just a matter of who can name the first song from this artist. Becky is ready. We got a thumbs up from Becky. Anyone else? Anyone else ready? Give me a thumbs up. Just say, let's go. I'm ready. Bring it on. Let me know that you are indeed ready. Let's see here. And as far as records go, if you guys are curious, Daniel, for a while, has had the most wins with 3. But Silas, I think last time we did this, he managed to catch up. He won last time, and Silas is also tied for 3 wins. Becky's done quite well. You've made it on the board with 1 win, along with a few others. Indy and Merck both have 2 wins. So Indy or Merck, if you can win this one, you can be in the top of the leaderboards with others who have won the most of this game so far. All right, looks like Auntie's ready. Silas is ready. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. All right, here we go. I'm looking for a song title. It can be any song from this artist. Indy's ready. All right, here we go. First person to name a song from the band POD. Okay, POD is the band. First person to name any song from POD. If you don't know any POD songs, you are allowed to Google. Just Google POD song or something, just look up POD and see what song titles come up. Look up best POD song and see what song comes up. Southtown from Merck. Yep, that's right. Way to go, Merck. You've got the point, and let's see here. Yep, you were on F tier, but that's worth 2 points, so you are caught up in the lead with Silas. Merck is at C tier. Way to go. Anyone else? Silas, you were a little late, but Boom. Yep, that's another song from POD as well. Boom is a good one. POD, great band. So if you guys, hopefully you're familiar with them. I feel like they're like a classic 2000s band. Youth of a Nation, that's a great song. Youth of the Nation. So great job. Yep, way to go to Merck. But you all mentioned good songs. Southtown, Boom, Youth of the Nation. I'm probably drawing a blank on like some of my favorites. I know there's some that are kind of less, they've got like their popular ones. I feel like Alive was a really popular one. I tried to Google, but wasn't fast enough. Yep, that's all right. But yeah, POD, good band. All right, here we go. Moving on. Next question. Again, everyone, give me a thumbs up. Say, let's go, I'm ready, bring it on, something like that. This next one, I'm going to be asking, this one, actually everyone gets a chance to answer this next one. So no need for speed with this one. You don't have to rush. Now, yes, I'm going to, obviously have a little bit of a time limit. Like I'm not going to wait forever for everyone to give an answer. But everyone's going to get a chance to provide an answer. And I'm going to pick my favorite answer. So that's kind of the fun thing about these questions is it really just depends on what nominations are made by you guys, and I'm just going to pick my favorite one. And I could ask this question again next time with a different group of people or with the same group, and you guys could pick different answers, and, so it could be something different each time. All right, looks like everyone's ready. Awesome. All right, here we go. Give me your nomination for Best Song of the 90s. Okay, so it can be any song from the 90s, and I'm just going to pick my favorite answer. Now, preferably, please pick one answer. If you guys happen to, if someone gives an answer and someone else gives the same answer, we'll let the first person take it, and the second person will have to pick a different answer. Picking favorite, great way. And preferably, I am asking for the best song of the 90s, but you might also type the name of the artist. All right, we got Lithium from Nirvana. That's definitely a good pick right there. Be any song from the 90s. But yes, just like that, you know, song title and artist name. Sometimes some song titles are pretty recognizable. Maybe I should have thought a bit more. If you want to think more, again, you have a little more time on this one. Love, Hate, Love by Alice in Chains. Wait, what's the question again? Merc, it is best song of the 90s. So it's not so much a question. It's more like a nomination. Make your nomination for best song of the 90s. Now, I will say with this, you are kind of catering to me a little bit. So I'll even say this. Auntie, I will look up that song, but I can't say that I'm familiar with Love, Hate, Love by Alice in Chains. So if you want to change your answer to something that I have heard before, I'll give you that opportunity. But that's kind of the fun thing about this challenge, too. Sometimes you'll name songs that I haven't heard, and that just means you guys are giving me some music I need to go look up. So I'm familiar with Alice in Chains. And so I maybe have heard this song before. It sounds a little like the title sounds familiar, but I couldn't sing it for you. Like I couldn't tell you how it goes. So I'll check that out. So if you want to give a second answer, you're certainly welcome to. The Way by Fastball. Again, Merc, I'll give you a chance to give another answer just because I can't say I'm familiar with that song. Part of me is a little scared. Like, I feel like I know songs from the 90s, but you guys might be mentioning stuff that it's like, you know, maybe I'm not as familiar. You know, I was a kid in the 90s, so I will say, like, as far as like popular music goes, probably the 2000s is what I'm going to be most familiar with because that's when I was old enough to kind of recognize and be aware of artists and names. But I was born in the 91, so I grew up in the 90s. Fastball by, who's that by? No, it's The Way by Fastball. But hey, you're giving me some good music to check out, especially if this is the best from the 90s. Then definitely looking forward to hearing it. So we've got Lithium from Nirvana. I have heard that song. Oh, we've got Basket Case by Green Day. Wonderwall sounds familiar, but who sings that song? I feel like it does sound familiar. Basket Case from Green Day. Or Smells Like Teen Spirit. Can I change it to that? I'll be honest, out of those two, I think Lithium would be your better one to go with. Silas is disqualified. No, not disqualified, just, yeah. Zombie by the Cranberries, that's a pretty good one. Painkiller by Judas Priest. Not gonna lie, that's a good pick, Auntie. Zombie is a really good one. Yep. All right, you guys have some great picks. I'm going to make my choice. I got to be honest, Becky, I was leaning towards Lithium, but as soon as Auntie said Painkiller by Judas Priest, I'm not even like a huge Judas Priest fan, but I do really like that song, Painkiller. So I think I'm going to give the point to Auntie. So congrats to Auntie. You are tied for first. Again, you've got 2 points for that. You get to skip D tier and move up to C tier. So way to go. What's funny is, Becky, you were probably good to go with Nirvana. If you had mentioned, like, what is it? In Bloom, that's a good one. What's the, let's see here. I think my favorite, Drain You is possibly my favorite Nirvana song. That one I really like. So, but yeah, you guys made some good nominations, and you mentioned some stuff that I'll need to check out. So I've got some. I'm typing down the ones that I didn't recognize. So you guys are giving me some good music that I'll need to listen to later. Let me see. Was there anything else that I missed? What's your favorite Black Album song? Probably Sad But True, I would think. That's a pretty favorite of mine from Metallica. All right, let me just write down a couple more real quick, because some of these, like, I know them, but I just want to check them out. You know. All right, give me a thumbs up if you're ready for the next question. I think I think we got time. I mean, like, we still got time for the competition, but okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, we can probably get 1 or 2 more questions in, and then we'll dive into another song here. So go ahead and give me a thumbs up or let's go, I'm ready. You know, just let me know that you are ready for the next challenge. And let's see what we've got coming up. Also, courtesy reminder, do make sure that you are caught up with the stream. Make sure you are live, because if you're behind, you will be at a disadvantage. All right, we got a little bit of a music trivia question coming up. I feel like this answer is pretty well known, but if by chance you don't know it, you are certainly welcome to Google the answer. So it might be a race. First person to Google. All right, looks like Becky, Auntie, Indy are all ready. All right, here we go. This is the question. Name, we're looking for first and last name. Who was the first American Idol winner? If you guys are familiar with the reality singing TV show, came out in the early 2000s, I believe. American Idol. And we're looking for the first person to win American Idol. Who was that person? If you can type in their name. Yep, there we go. Indy got it. Kelly Clarkson. That is correct. Kelly Clarkson was the first winner. American Idol was huge when it first came out. Like, that was, there hadn't been anything like that before, and that was a really big deal. And kudos to her, you know, like, not only was she, like, here's the thing, because American Idol's been around for a while, and it definitely, especially at that time, it would definitely gain you some attention, but just because you were the best singer in American Idol doesn't necessarily mean that you would be a good artist. Like, you still needed good songs, and you still needed good marketing, and needed help. And so kudos to her, because she, not only did she win, like, she had a pretty solid music career after that. And I think she's got like a talk show now. So she's done pretty well for herself based off of that. I think Chris Daughtry was another one that I recall had a good music career. But just off of the top of my head, those are the main two. Danny Gokey's like another one. I think he's done all right for himself. I remember I really liked his singing voice. And I think when he first came out, like, I think he came out with a country album. And I was like, what? Why'd you do a country album, man? You've got like a perfect like R&B pop voice, and he did a country album. So that's like, I don't know what he was thinking when he did that, but either way, that's my little rant on that. So, but yeah, it's not like just because you win American Idol doesn't automatically mean that you're going to be like, you're going to coast and have like a solid music career. There's a lot to carry that. So yeah, way to go. Indy got it. Auntie came in later with it. Kelly Clarkson, yep. That one girl who has a talk show. yeah, Murky had the right idea. She does have a talk show. But good job. I don't think I've ever actually watched her talk show. I mean, as far as I can tell, I think it's a fun show. I think she does a good job with it. But I do like, I really like, I think her first song she came out with after American Idol was Since You've Been Gone. I do like that song. Both her version and the band A Day to Remember, they did a cover of it. They did like kind of a punk metalcore version of it. And theirs is cool. To be honest, I think I kind of like hers better. I think I like just I like that kind of pop music. It's almost like pop rock a little bit. And that's a good song. But I wouldn't say I was ever like a huge Kelly Clarkson fan. I might need to check out more of her music, maybe revisit. But I know I like that song. I actually watched it then. Yeah, you know, I think American Idol is still around, and at this point, it's just kind of sad. Like, you know, it was great when it first came out, and now it's like, who even cares, you know? So apparently some people still watch it, but yeah, I agree with that. You know, American Idol was definitely like exciting back when it first came out, but after a few seasons, it was like, okay, I'm not sure I really care that much about this anymore. Yep, Becky, took a little while to remember, but yep. She does have a strong voice. Yep, great singing voice. I feel so low just for knowing that. Shower needed. Hey, that's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just knowledge, just because you know it. Hey, I know she's got a talk show. I don't think I've ever watched it, but I knew she had one. You know, it's just because you know something doesn't mean it. You know, knowledge is a good thing. The more you know, the smarter you are. The more resourceful you can be. You know. Knowledge is a good thing. Silas, she probably won it before you were born. Yeah, that is possible. I think so. Yeah, Silas, I don't know what year you were born, but I think, yeah, you're still a teenager, aren't you? So that was like early 2000s. That was, good gosh, that was probably like over 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago. All right. Yeah, I was just a kid. Now it reminds me of that Black Mirror episode. Did Adam Lambert win one? I can't remember if he won or if he just did a good job and then went on. Because I'm pretty sure there were some contestants who didn't win, but they were able to gain enough traction, like people knew their name, and so they were able to develop some kind of career out of that. And he might be one of them. I can't remember if he won or if he just had a good following after his after competing in it. Let's see here. Hey, we got Jack in the chat. Hey, sorry I'm late. Just heading home, so listening for now. Well, Jack, no worries. Again, even though you're late, you still have a chance to come back and win this. So I'll get you in on the competition. I know you're having to listen for now and might not be able to comment too much, but definitely appreciate you tuning in. I think we're going to take a brief intermission, so you're actually just in time for a song before we continue with the competition. So we're going to take a break for some music, and then we will be back with the competition. Silas was born 2006. Yeah, I think 2001 was American Idol. Might have been 2003, but I think it was 2001. He went on tour with Queen, I heard. Yeah, that sounds like it. As the lead singer. Oh, wow. That's pretty, that was probably a pretty cool experience. All right, we're going to dive into some music here. And guys, let me just share real quick. So what do we got here? So Silas was in the lead, but we've had some people catch up. Merc, Auntie, and Indy are all tied in the lead with C tier. Becky, you could still take the lead if you get a question. Your next question will be worth 2. And anyone in F tier, you can catch up to the lead with your next. So Jack, even you, just getting tuned in, you can still catch up with the lead on this competition. So, man, you guys, we've got a good competition happening here. It's not like someone is just taking the victory with a sweeping win. We've got some good competition happening here, so let's keep it up. Quick little reminder, if you guys are enjoying the show, if you enjoy the streams and what I do, if you enjoy my music and you want to help me, just a reminder, there's a link posted at the top, and I'll post it here, but you guys can support me. That link, just a few simple ways. One, if you want to be updated, if you want to be notified whenever I release new music, whenever I do these live streams, whenever I put out a video, if you want to get those notifications, definitely sign up for my email list. You can do that at the bottom of the link there. And if you just want to show some support, I've got some items in the merch store. Definitely treat yourself to a hat or a shirt or something like that. Or if you just want to leave a generous tip, there is a tip jar available as well. And I do appreciate your guys' support. All right, we're going to hop into some music here. This is, speaking of updates, if you want to know whenever I release new music, this is my latest release. Put this out just a few weeks ago. Put out the music video a couple weeks ago. But this is my latest release. So I think last time I did this one, it went all right. Since it's a newer song, I'm still kind of having to work on it. So we'll see how the performance goes. So I definitely, whenever I have a new song, I definitely do it a lot because I need the practice. I need the practice to get better at it. But here we go. Hope you guys like it. This is Farewell to Fear. And let me just say, this is a song about not letting fear dictate your life. A lot of times there's something deep down inside, you want to do it, you want to pursue it, but you're scared. You're scared of the unknown. You're scared of the what if, what might happen. But remember, first off, usually the consequences that we imagine are ahead are usually over-exaggerated, and there's just as much potential for good and beneficial things to happen. So there's really no logical sense to talk yourself out of something because it might not work. And the only way anything happens is when you take a chance and you step out and you take action towards that. It's good habits and taking action. That's when you see results. That's when you get outcomes. So I just want to encourage you, if there's something that you're passionate about or something you want to do, but there's just that little bit of fear, that voice in your head that's just kind of keeping you back, keeping you scared, don't let that rule your life. 2025 has been a great year for me so far, and it's not over yet. You know, we're just a little over the halfway point. Still plenty of time to go to make some good things happen. So I'm hoping the best for all of you. So let's be bold together. You know, let's go forward together. Whatever your dream is, whatever my dream is, let's chase them together. Let's not, you know, let's leave fear behind. Let's not let it rule our lives anymore. So farewell to fear. This one goes out to all of you. Hope you like it.
Always meant well, so you say. Only wanted to keep me safe, but your hold just keeps getting tighter, and I'm growing old. So farewell down there, and good luck to me. What's the point of life if you won't play the game? I refuse to live in this misery. Farewell to fear, and good luck to me. I can't keep hiding anymore. I need to break out of this shell. There's a fire deep down inside me, but it's getting cold. So farewell down there, and good luck to me. What's the point of life if you won't play the game? I refuse to live in this misery. Farewell to fear, and good luck to me. Just hold on to faith. I know there's adventure just waiting for me. Just hold on to faith. I know there's adventure just waiting for me. Don't be afraid. Just hold on to faith. I know there's adventure just waiting for me. Waiting for me. Waiting for me. Don't be afraid. Just hold on to faith. I know there's adventure just waiting for me.
Thank you. Again, that one is called Farewell to Fear. That is my latest release. So if you enjoy that song, it is available on Spotify. Definitely check it out. And if you haven't seen the music video already, check it out. Give it a like, leave a comment. I'd much appreciate it. All right, for anyone just tuning in, it is not too late to join the competition. Don't be shy, say hello. And let's get caught up with the chat here and see how things are going with our competition so far. Let's bring back up the tier list. Here we go. So as you can see, we've got a tie for first place in C tier. We've got Silas, Merc, Anti, and Indy. Right behind them is Becky. And again, Becky, if you get that next question before any of them, you can take the lead. You can skip up to B tier. And then same thing. Anyone just joining in right now, yes, you'll have to start at the bottom at F tier, but your next question is worth 2 points, so you can join the top. You can join the lead. You can be tied for first by your next answer. So let's catch up with the chat. and then we will get back to the competition. Let's see here. Hey, we've got, not sure how to pronounce your username, Gusti. I don't know if you've got a name. You know, some people like to go by their username. Some people have their real name that they go by. So if there's a name I can call you, I can just call you G for now, or if there's a name that you'd like me to call you by. But appreciate you tuning in. Let me know, how's your week been? How are things going? And it's not too late. We're having game night and music. I just played a song. That was my song, Farewell to Fear. It is available on Spotify, and you can listen to it on my YouTube channel as well. I just put out a music video for it a couple weeks ago. But appreciate you tuning in, and would love to get to know you some. Would love to hang out with you, spend some time with you. And we're just having some friendly competition. This is a really easy game. I'll go over the rules again real quick, just so you can understand how to play this game. But it's fun, super easy. Would love for you to be a part of it. Let's see here. Catching back up with the chat. Jack, yeah, I hope you're doing well. Becky saying farewell to fear. That's right, calling. She was calling it before I even said it, I guess. Let's see here. Played this on my last live stream. Well, thank you, Indy. I appreciate you sharing my music. And those of you who listen to my music, who share it, I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. That's definitely something... I definitely want more people to be aware of my music and what I'm doing, and I can't really do it alone. I really need you guys to help me with that. So I appreciate those of you that share my music and listen to it and engage with the content that I make. So thank you so much. Love how you're making your videos. Well, thank you so much, Indy. Appreciate that. Yep, hoping to do more music videos. Again, I'm currently in a writing process, so it's gonna be a little while till my next release. I was kind of working on one, and then I was getting a little stuck on the lyrics, and I decided, I think I need kind of like a batch of songs rather than just ideas. I need some songs that are kind of like mostly started, because once they're started, it's a lot easier to finish them. But when you're kind of starting from a clean slate, it's a little bit tougher. I've got plenty of music ideas, but it's the lyrics that trip me up a little bit. So I'm taking some time to write kind of a batch of songs, and then we'll get back to it. But I am hoping to make more music videos for future releases. And that's correct. Yep, Indy does live streams as well. So yeah, anyone, if you enjoy these streams and you want to meet some others in the chat and participate in their streams, definitely check out the other channels. Independent Mini United, Indy for short. But yes, Indy does do streams as well on Friday nights. Yep. All right. And Indy is West Coast. So, Indy, what time is it where you're at? Right now, it's 7:33 where I'm at. I'm East Coast. So, if you're West Coast, like all the way on the other side, what is it like? Is it like 4 o'clock there? 3 o'clock? Like 4:33, 3:33, something like that. Becky's over in the UK. So actually, I think it'll be 2 or 3 a.m. here. Cause, yeah, I don't know if it'd be earlier or later for you, Becky. But yeah, Becky's over in the UK. Yeah, it might be a little late. All right. Great job. Good one. Thank you, Silas. Much appreciated. Thank you for the applause. Let's see here. And Silas is planning for band practice tomorrow. Well, awesome. I hope that goes, or on Saturday. Well, I hope it goes well. Quincy, the scream was perfect again. I appreciate that, Becky. I got to be honest. I appreciate the comment, but now every time I do the song, I'm like, I got to get the scream right for Becky. If Becky's watching, I got to make sure I nail that scream. So thank you. I think I'm getting a little better at them. So the practice is kind of paying off. Okay. Cool. Merc, yeah, that last video with the playing cards was well done. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I was pleased with how that one came out. The hardest thing with music videos, especially because I'm making them by myself, like I like videos better when they have like a concept to them, but you have to come up with something simple enough that you can pull off by yourself. And that's what was so satisfying about that video for me, was because even though I shot it myself, I'm really pleased with the way it came out. Like, the shots looked really nice. It was some really cool lighting, but it wasn't hard to do. And the concept was actually very simple. Like, it was very simple to get the shots. It wasn't like I needed a whole bunch of locations or a whole bunch of props. It was just a few things that I needed, and it was simple enough to just reflect kind of the tone of the song. So it was just a very satisfying and enjoyable video to make. Because I've done some videos before with like really complex themes or like, like an idea behind it, but it requires so many shots and so much, so many different locations, and it's really hard for every shot to look like high quality when you've got so many variables. And then I've done the other end. I've done like super simple videos where it's just me singing in a location or just me playing instruments, and they might look good, but sometimes they're not as interesting to watch. So this one was like that perfect balance of like an interesting concept, but it wasn't too difficult to pull off. So it was a fun video to work on. 433 over where Indy's at. Auntie saying, I'm doing artist-specific dedicated on lives. You will be one of them coming up. Hey, I appreciate that. Already were before you said anything. Well, thank you. Let's see here. We might sound... Yeah, I would say, Silas, if you're talking about Silas's music, I mean, I haven't heard all your original songs, but yeah, I would say Silas is maybe a little more alternative rock, grunge, classic rock, that kind of thing. I don't know if Silas's music is quite as metal or metalcore as the stuff I do. My stuff's a little more like alternative metal, maybe hard rock, that kind of thing. Becky saying, sorry, I'll block my ears next time you play it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes a little pressure is good, though. Maybe you're just, you're putting enough pressure on me so that I stay practicing and do a good job whenever I do those screams. Multiple platforms, simulcast. Awesome. That's good to... Yeah, if you have a little more info about that, yeah. Artist-specific, dedicated on lives. Like, I don't know when you're planning to do that, so if you want to share some info, feel free to do that, Auntie. And guys, definitely check that out. Let's see here. Love how your videos are an extension of your art, Quincy. Well, thank you so much. Again, I'm a filmmaker also, like, along with music. I love filmmaking. I love movies. And so those kind of music videos, when I can make them, like I said, they're the most fulfilling for me to make. Like, I love it when it kind of looks cinematic. It doesn't just look like I'm filming in my backyard or something like that, or in my bedroom. Like, when it actually kind of has a cinematic vibe to it and there's a little bit of a story, it's a lot more satisfying because I like, I like movies. I like acting and that kind of thing. And so... yeah, so anytime when I can make a video that reflects the music as well, it's definitely it's just very fulfilling for me. I can't always pull that off, but I certainly will strive to do that. All right, let's get back in the competition. Everyone, go ahead. Make sure, courtesy reminder, make sure you are live with the stream. Again, if you are behind, you will be at a disadvantage. So... don't want anyone, want to make sure there's no delays or anything like that. Want to make sure you're not behind. So do make sure you are caught up with the live stream. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up or let's go, I'm ready. Let me know that you are ready, and we will continue with the competition. Also, courtesy reminder, you might want to stay hydrated as well. Let's see here. Where were we at? Okay, this next challenge is a password challenge, okay? So some of you might be familiar with this. Also, I don't know, G might have left. I'm calling him G for now because I don't know his full username. But yeah, if anyone's just tuning in and you don't know the rules of the game, super simple. I ask a question or a challenge, and first person to answer it, you get a point and you advance. Everyone starts at the bottom on F tier. First person to get to S tier wins the game. So if anyone else needs the rules, I'll explain them. Let's see here. Okay, going to send me an email. Awesome. Sounds good, Auntie. I will look forward to that. Indy's ready. Auntie's ready. Silas is ready. All right, here we go. This is the password challenge. So I'm going to give you, I'm thinking of a single word. It's a one-word password. And I'm going to give you a one-word hint. So I'm basically going to say one word, that's your hint, and based off of that one word, you just start typing answers. You're allowed to give multiple answers. You're trying to guess, what do you think the password is? Based off of my hint, what do you think the password is? It's usually a thing. It's usually an object. Usually the password is some kind of thing. And so I'm trying to give you hints to describe what this thing is, but I can only give you a one-word hint. If no one gets it after the first hint, I will give a second hint. If still no one can guess it, I will give a third hint. And usually by that point, someone can get it. But if not, then maybe I'll just have to give the answer. So here we go. Here is the first hint. The first hint is speaker. Okay? So based off of that one word, the one word speaker, what do you think the password might be? And you're allowed to give multiple guesses, so it's not like you can only just do one and then, you know. In fact, that's probably the strategy. It's just anything you can think of. Wow, way to go, Merc. Merc got it first try, boombox. Way to go. We had some other good answers. Hey, Billy, appreciate you tuning in. Loud, that was a pretty good guess too. Stereo, headphones, amp, stereo, music, guitar, all good answers, but Merc got it right out the gate with boombox, so way to go. I was thinking you were going to need more hints, because speaker could be a number of things, and I was thinking no one was going to think boombox, you know, because those aren't around anymore. So the next hint was going to be old. So old speaker, I was thinking that would be enough to say boombox, and then the last hint was going to be portable. But yeah, way to go. So congrats to Merc. You advance, so Merc is up in B tier. Hey, Billy, appreciate you tuning in. Let me know how your week is going, and I'm going to get you in on the competition here. Let me get your name in. And I will quickly explain the rules. I mean, you just jumped right in. You had the right idea. We were playing a password game, so you had the right idea of just guessing. This is the tier list game, so everyone starts at F tier. So since you're just joining us, I'm going to get a name made for you. Since you're just joining us, you will start at the bottom, but the game is designed so that even if you're starting in later, there are certain perks that allow you to catch up. So it is very possible, even if you're joining in late, it's very possible to still come back and win the game. So I will explain in just a moment. So I'm getting your name made right now. So everyone starts at the bottom on F tier, and basically I just ask a series of questions, challenges. Sometimes they're riddles. Sometimes you guys get to make nominations, and I pick my favorite answer. Sometimes it's just trivia questions. It's a variety of stuff. And based off of those challenges, whoever gets it advances. They get to advance to the next rank. And the overall objective is to reach the top, to make it to S tier. So that's what everyone's trying to do. First person to make it to S tier wins the game. However, as the game progresses, certain perks are unlocked. So, for example, first person to make it, once somebody makes it to C tier, that unlocks a perk where every ranking under C tier will get 2 points. So what that means is for you, even though you're coming in at F tier, if you get an answer correct, you will get to skip D tier and move up to C tier. So you'll be in second place at that point. Once somebody gets to A tier, that's going to unlock another perk where every ranking underneath is worth 2 points. So it gives everyone a chance to kind of still catch up. Also, just so you know, Google is permitted. Some of these challenges won't need Google, but if it is like a trivia question or something like that, just know that Google is permitted because it's basically a race. Google's never going to be having to Google the answer is never going to be as fast as someone who already knows the answer in their head. And if nobody knows the answer, it wouldn't be any fun. So it basically becomes a race who can Google the answer first. So Merck's saying, well, I'm from the 80s. So there you go. That question was just for you then. That was kind of like the advantage for you. There we go. Yeah, Indy having a good laugh over that. Yep, so way to go. Good job. Yep, everyone say hello to Billy. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's see here. Go ahead, everyone give me a thumbs up or type I'm ready. Let's go. We're going to move on to the next question here. Yep, just let me know that you are ready. And also, courtesy reminder, make sure you are live with the stream. You might make sure that the chat is set to live chat, and make sure you are caught up with the stream. If you're behind, you will be at a disadvantage. Auntie is ready. Indy is ready. Becky's ready. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, this next one is a riddle. Now, for riddles, this is kind of a trust policy with this one. Riddles are the only one where I prefer you guys not to use Google, just because I think that ruins the fun. The fun is thinking it through and trying to figure it out. So please try not to use Google on this one, but if it takes too long, then maybe we'll permit it, or maybe I'll give some hints. So here we go. This one is a riddle. First person to guess the answer. Now, what I'll say is with these riddles, don't overthink it. Usually you got to think a little outside of the box, but it's usually simpler than you think it is. I tried to pick riddles that I felt like were clever, but not too difficult. You know, they're pretty basic knowledge. It's not like you need to be super knowledgeable to figure these out. So here we go. This is the riddle. What needs to be broken before you can use it? To be honest, you can kind of think of that one pretty straightforward. What needs to be broken before you can use it? And usually it's an item of some kind, or it's not always a thing. It could be a person, place, or thing. But there we go. Yep, Billy got it right out the gate. And look at that, Auntie coming in right behind. But egg is correct, and egg is the correct answer. What needs to be broken before you can use it? Egg is the correct answer. So way to go. So there you go, Billy. You just joined in, and you're already tied for second place at C tier. So way to go. Awesome. Everyone, go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're ready, or just say, I'm ready. Let's go. They said egg. I concur. Yeah. Looks like that was a very easy one. Hey, I like that answer, though. Auntie said horse. That's actually a really good answer. I don't know if you guys know this, but in order to tame a horse, the process for that's known as breaking in a horse. You have to break a horse before you can ride it, before it's tame. So I got to give you kind of some respect for that. You've got like my kudos points for that one. That one's pretty clever. So, but yes, the correct answer is egg. And glow stick, that's kind of a clever answer as well too. But yes, egg was correct one. Maybe a hard heart. If you want to get kind of deep or philosophical, yeah, maybe you got to break someone's heart before they can use it properly. That's kind of deep. All right, yeah. Usually the riddles aren't quite that deep. Usually they're a little more straightforward. All right, looks like everyone is ready. Here is our next question, next challenge. All right, this is a personal question of mine. Okay, so it might just be a guessing game. You guys might just have to guess. Some of you, if you know me, you might know this. This isn't something I talk about all the time, but maybe you'll know it. Here we go. First person to guess. You're not going to be able to Google this. You're going to have to guess it because it's a personal question. What is my favorite fast food restaurant? So basically a guessing game. Just take your guess at all the fast food restaurants you can think of. And first person to guess it, my favorite fast food restaurant. I'll tell you right now, I don't eat a whole lot of fast food, but if I had to, when I do. Becky got it. I'm actually impressed. Way to go. Becky got it. Chick-fil-A. Because right after, now you all gave some good ones. I got to be honest. Indy, I actually quite like Taco Bell. That's a good one. Wendy's not bad. I wouldn't say Wendy's is a favorite, but I can find something to eat there. Arby's. I like Arby's a lot too. Arby's is a really good one. But yes, Chick-fil-A is my favorite. And to be honest, like Chick-fil-A's got some pretty good quality food too. Like some fast food, can be kind of, let's just say low quality. Like it tastes good, but definitely isn't that good for you. I used to work at a Chick-fil-A, and I used to call it class food. Rather than fast food, I called it class food because, yes, they serve you fast, but it was a little higher quality than what you typically find at some other places. To be honest, I'm not sure if I've ever eaten at a Jack in the Box. I've heard good things, so I don't know if I have one in my town. That's probably why I haven't eaten there, but I'll need to try that. Panda Express, I guess that's considered fast food. It's like takeout. I do love me some Asian food. Chipotle, I don't know if Chipotle, I guess that's a fast food place. It's a chain restaurant, so I guess it could be in the same category. I love Chipotle as well. But yes, Chick-fil-A is correct. Becky, I was actually going to ask you after this question, do they have Chick-fil-A's in the UK? I don't know if it's only American. I know there's some things like McDonald's. I'm pretty sure that restaurant is like worldwide. But do they have all of these? Like Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, Arby's. Do they have those over in the UK? Or, yeah, Becky's saying, I've never been to a Chick-fil-A. It is quite good. And Billy sounds like doesn't have a Chick-fil-A either. Well, it's a favorite of mine. If you guys ever go traveling somewhere and they have a Chick-fil-A, definitely treat yourself. To be honest, the classic chicken sandwich, that's probably the best way to start if you've never eaten there before. It is a fried chicken sandwich. So, if you like fried chicken, it's, there we go. Let's see here. But they have grilled, a lot of times like their grilled club sandwich is really good. Merck's saying, I won't eat Chipotle since people died from eating there. To be fair, I'm assuming that's a small minority of people. And if someone died from eating there, I don't know if it was the food itself. It was there's probably more to it. Maybe that was like the final, what's the expression? like the final straw that broke the camel's back or something like that. Because I'm pretty sure that that's kind of a rare exceptional case. It's not like, you know, if people consistently died after eating Chipotle, that'd be one thing. But if it's like there were a few cases, it's probably true for most restaurants. So in general, you probably shouldn't eat, in general, any of those restaurants. They're good, but that probably should not be your regular diet. So. Yeah, wait, Chick-fil-A has chicken? Yeah, who'd have thunk, you know? It was improper food storage. Yeah, well, again, that might even be due to, like, if that's consistent through the chain, I'll have to look into that, you know, myself, because I quite like the place, but if that's consistent amongst the chains, then that's pretty sad, but if it was just one particular place, then that was probably just poor management. Only a few Chick-fil-A's over in the UK, none close to you. Well, if you ever make your way over to one, you'll have to treat yourself. Although I will say, I don't know if there's a difference in quality, like UK Chick-fil-A versus American Chick-fil-A. Let's see here. Who got that? I was so busy chatting with you. I think Becky got it. That's funny. Don't even have one, but you still got the answer right. Maybe you heard me talking about it or something. Like I don't talk about Chick-fil-A that much. Becky, your answer was worth 2, so you are up tied in the lead with Merc in B tier. All right, we're going to do one more question, and then I think we're going to take a break for some music. So go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Say, I'm ready, let's go. Let me know that you are ready, and we'll dive into this next challenge here. We're going to be looking for a movie title. So I'm going to be quoting a movie. I'm going to say a quote from a movie. First person to give me the title of the movie will get the point. So let me know when you are ready, and we'll dive into it. Auntie is ready. And yeah, Becky's saying no Arby's, lots of Taco Bells. Interesting. I'm actually kind of surprised that there are Taco Bells over in the UK. Let's see here. Ready, ready, ready. Awesome. Should we play Let's Start Again? Yeah, in a little bit. Yeah, if we want to signal Daniel, see if he shows up, because I get ready to play that song. All right, here we go. First person to name the movie that this is from. They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. Tried to do my best accent for that. Probably not a great job at that accent. But again, I'll say that quote one more time. They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. Yeah. Braveheart, Merc coming in again. Yep, Braveheart, that is correct. And yeah, Becky's saying we got to wait for someone to win first. Yeah, we don't want to give Daniel a chance. The Patriot was a good guess, but wrong Mel Gibson movie. Yep, it was Braveheart. Auntie and Snook's also coming in with Braveheart Indy. Yep. Yeah, oops, wrong Mel Gibson movie. Yep. I love both movies. Yep, almost typed Highlander, says Becky. But way to go, Merc. Yep, Braveheart. Honestly, one of my absolute favorite movies, like easily top 10, probably even my top 5. I love Braveheart. I think that's such a fantastic film. The Patriot is also a really good movie. But so for anyone, if you have not seen Braveheart, do yourself a favor and watch it. It's a good one. That's a favorite of mine. The Patriot, also, that was the wrong answer, but that's a great movie. So if you haven't seen The Patriot, you should watch that one as well. I love Quincy's impressions. Yeah. That was my my best attempt at a Scottish accent. Now, to be fair, he's kind of yelling, so like I feel like the Scottish accent doesn't come out like too intensely as he says it. But there we go, a little bit. There we go. I knew it was Braveheart, says Silas. Awesome. All right. Here's our ranking, guys. All right. Well, Merc just made it to A tier, so that's unlocked a perk. Merc, you got to be on your toes because everyone underneath you, your points. From now on, everyone else's points are worth 2. Okay, so Becky, you've actually got a shot to take the win. Becky, if you can get an answer before Merc, you can skip A tier and take the win at S tier. Silas, Auntie, Indy, Billy, you all are not far behind. You don't need to answer 3 questions to take the win. You only need to answer 2. So you got to be ready. But if you can get 2 questions before Becky and Merc, you can take the win. And even F tier, there's still a chance to come back. Anyone in F tier, you just got to answer 3 questions rather than 5, and you can still take the win and make a comeback. So we will get back to that competition in just a bit here. I've got 2 more songs for you. We're going to go ahead and dive into one. Now, this one's kind of interesting. Some of you, I'm pretty sure some of you have heard this, but some of you have maybe not heard this song because this isn't This is kind of an old song of mine. This isn't one that I regularly do. Some of you know that years ago I was in a band with some friends. Now, I don't know that you guys have heard the music from that band because I think I posted a few videos, even on my YouTube channel. I was in a band with some friends called At War With Myself. So I might have posted some of our songs on this YouTube channel, but we never had a game plan, so we never really, put much content out there or anything. It's not like there's much record of us out there to find. But it was really fun just being in a band with some friends. And we had a lot of fun the little bit that we did it. And so this is a song that I wrote for that band and did with them. And I'm going to perform it for you. So this is kind of an old one. This one's a little challenging because this was a straight-up metalcore band. And I would sing the clean vocals, but my friend would do the growls, like all the harsh vocals and screams and stuff. And this song has a little bit of that. So this song has more screaming than most of my songs do. So it's a little bit of an exercise for me being able to do those harsh vocals. But it's not too bad. So this one's this is a little bit of a different one. But I like this song, so I thought it'd be a fun one to pull out, and I wanted to give it a shot. Let's see here. Auntie saying, my report here shows me beating. Yeah, so make sure you've got live chat set. He cheated and hacked me. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I will say, again, just make sure you are caught up with the stream, and you can even set the chat to live chat. If ever there is a tie, or I'm always going to pick the answer that I see first, and I saw Merc first. But, I mean, hey, if you got some evidence, definitely something to consider. All right, let's see. I don't like the color pink. Not sure what you're referencing there. I don't know if I said something or if it's the color behind me or something. That color back there is supposed to be red if it looks pink, so not sure what you're referencing there. Unless maybe I made a comment about something and I'm missing what you're replying to. Yeah, Jack mentioned getting home and having dinner. So, Jack, if you're out there, let me know if you're still listening. Teriyaki chicken, that sounds good. Or meatball marinara. Man, man, when you guys bring up food, you guys, because when I'm doing these streams, it's usually like I start them before my usual dinner time, and then I'm performing through my dinner time. So I end up getting a late dinner from these streams. I usually try to get a snack, but we'll see. So yeah, you're making me hungry. Some teriyaki chicken or some like a meatball marinara sub. That sounds pretty good right now. All right, cool. And yeah, thanks, Becky, saying I like the background colors. Well, thank you. Jack's still listening. Jack, good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well, and yep, hope you're having some safe travels. Yeah, nothing to be sorry about, Becky. All right, here we go. Hope you like this. Again, this is an old one. This was from my old band, At War With Myself. And this one's a little tricky for me because it's got more harsh vocals than I typically do in my own music. Like when we did the song back in the day, I just did all the singing parts. He did all the screaming, I did all the singing. But I'm going to do both parts now, so we'll see how it goes. Hope you like it. This is an old one. This one is called The Weight of Tomorrow.
Pressure is building, tearing me apart. I'm falling, collapsing. I can't believe that my foundation is breaking. I stand on weathered ground. I'm waiting and praying that hope can be found. Calm your worried mind. Open up your eyes and suck it up. You've and looking up. My foundation is breaking. I stand on weathered ground. I'm waiting and praying that hope can be found. Standing all alone, well, it must be hard to hold the weight of tomorrow. Live life today, don't let it fade away. Don't wait for tomorrow. No! It can't be! This feeling! It's overwhelming me! It will not defeat me! This is not the end! Calm your worried mind! Open up your eyes and suck it up! You've had long enough! Standing all alone, well, it must be hard to hold the weight of tomorrow. Live life today, don't let it fade away. Don't wait for tomorrow. Standing all alone, well, it must be hard to hold the weight of tomorrow. Live life today, don't let it fade away. Don't wait for tomorrow.
Thank you. So again, that's an old one. That one's called The Weight of Tomorrow. That was a song I used to do with my band, At War With Myself. So that's kind of a special treat for these live streams. That song is not currently available anywhere on Spotify or anything like that. Certainly a challenging one for me because I do a little bit of screams and growls, but never like that consistently and that much throughout a song. So it's always a little bit of an exercise for me. And it's really hard to do it while playing guitar, especially a song like that. That song's kind of tricky, but either way, hope you all enjoyed it. For anyone just tuning in, don't be shy, say hello. We are coming to a close here pretty soon. We've got a close competition here, and I have a feeling we're going to have a winner pretty soon. And it kind of works out nicely because we've got some time to get a winner, and then I've got one more song for you, and then I think we're at a good time to kind of put a wrap. Sometimes these competitions, they can go on pretty long. Sometimes they're pretty short, and we've got enough time for a speed round. But I think this is going to be it. This is going to be it. So whoever ends up winning this will be our winner for tonight. But let's catch up with the chat, and then we will continue the competition. Let's see here. Yep, Jack, hope you're doing well. Yep, thanks for the fire and music notes, Indy. And yeah, I hope Jack is feeling better. Great song. Thank you, Silas. Here we go. Our highlighted lyric from Becky. Standing all alone, well, it must be hard to hold the weight of tomorrow. And yeah, this is kind of a song, you know, if you can't tell, a lot of my songs are about perseverance. And so it's kind of funny. Like I just sang the song Farewell to Fear. And to be honest, this song is kind of a similar thing. It's a song about, like, sometimes we're so worried about tomorrow that we forget to live today, you know? And that's kind of what the song is about. It's about that anxiety kind of gripping our lives, and it's just saying, you know, so the chorus says, standing all alone, it must be hard to hold the weight of tomorrow. Live life today. Don't let it fade away. Don't wait for tomorrow. You know, take action today. Don't live in fear and anxiety. Live with hope, you know, and make the most of, you know, every day you wake up is a day to be grateful for, and good things can come from that. So there we go. That's our highlighted lyric. Jack was saying, I'm okay, just got home, and I knew the Braveheart answer. Yeah, Jack, you probably know all the answers, and unfortunately you just unable to answer them. So we all know you probably would have won this one if you were able to compete. But, I mean, hey, if you want, if you got a chance to chat now, there's still a chance. You could jump in and and take the win. You know, if you could sweep all the answers, you can make a comeback and take the win. All right. And let's see here. Thank you for the hearts, Becky. Yep. Let's see here. It's a bop. Wanted to sing out loud, but would have scared the cat with the screaming. Yeah, if you feel like screaming along, go ahead and go for it. I don't think I can put links in the chat. I think you can, Indy. I think you're one of my mods. That's what the little wrench next to you is. So yeah, I've selected a few people. Now I haven't asked you guys to do too much, but now I don't know if there was a certain link you were hoping for, Becky. But yes, Jack, you do have permission. I think I've given permission to Jack, Daniel, and maybe I think Stanley was the other one. It was 3 people that I chose to be my moderators. And Jack, in case you forgot, you actually are one of them. Yep. All right, let's see here. Yeah, if you got something to snack on, Jack, treat yourself to it. Let's see here. Yeah, I have made Indy a mod before temporarily. I've heard it's kind of recommended. Usually it's to keep things simple, just having like established mods and stuff. And I definitely appreciate all y'all's willingness and help. But just to keep things from getting too chaotic and stuff, you know, there we go. Yep, there's a link right there. So thank you, Jack, for doing that. Yep. If there is certain links that need to be posted, just let Jack know, and he's fully capable of handling that. So thank you, Jack. All right, back to the competition. Everyone, courtesy reminder, make sure you are caught up with the stream. Make sure you are live, and you don't want to be at a disadvantage by being behind the stream. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready, or go ahead and type, "Let's go, I'm ready." Becky is ready. Let me get the question prepared. Let me see what we're doing. Okay. We're going to be looking for a song from an artist. Indy is ready. Let's just make sure a couple other people are ready. Yep, you can, Jack. Yeah. Didn't know he had it in him. Yep, you've got the ability to post links. That's right. And I'm trusting you, Jack, so don't abuse that power. That's why I gave it to you. All right. Yep, looks like Silas is ready. Here we go. We're looking for a song. I'm going to name a band. First person to name any song from this artist will get the point. If you know a song off the top of your head, go ahead and type it. If you can't think of a song, or if you're not familiar with the artist, quickly Google them, just type them in and try to type in like lyrics and just see what songs come up, or, you know, type in the artist name, best song, and see what song comes up, you know. So we'll see. This is a good band, so if you haven't heard of this band, definitely check them out. Okay, first person to name any song from the band Relient K. The band is Relient K, so we're looking for any song by Relient K. If you're not familiar, they are a pop-punk band. If you haven't heard them, let me know, because I've got an album to recommend for you. In fact, I got 2 albums to recommend for you. But they're a good one to check out. Looking for a song title, any song from the band Relient K. If you're not familiar with the band, Jack's saying, okay, we'll definitely not abuse it. All right. Any song title from the band Relient K. If you need a little help, I can type their name in the chat. There we go. Silas got it. Yep, Be My Escape. And that's a good one, too. From probably my favorite album. Can't complain. That, to be honest, that sounds like a song title of theirs, but I can't say I've actually heard that one. So if it is, if ever that happens where someone names a song and I'm not familiar with it, I just always Google it to confirm. I'm curious if that is a song. If it is, I'll look it up. Yeah, looks like it is a song. I'll have to look that one up. I don't know if I've heard that one before. Looks like it came from one of their later albums. Yeah, Relient K, really good. If you like pop punk, they're a good band. I'm gonna type in the chat. They've got a they've got an album, not the easiest name to tell people. The album is called So it's like, hey, have you ever heard their album? You know, it's like they probably did it just to make people feel silly talking about the album. But that's what it's called, MMHMM. But that is such a good album. So if you want some good pop punk, check out that album. And also check out their Christmas album. Like if you want some good Christmas music, one of my favorite Christmas albums is the Reliant K Christmas album. It's called, I'll type the name in. They have a lot of fun. They have fun with puns and things like that. So the album is called Let It Snow. Hold on one second. It's called Let It Snow Baby. It's called Let It Snow Baby, Let It Reindeer. That's the name of the album. So that's their Christmas album, and probably my second favorite Christmas album. Potentially my favorite, but really good one. So if you like Christmas music, we still got a little ways to go before Christmas, but yeah, definitely a good one. I love that name. Yep. I don't know if you mean Reliant K, or Let It Snow Baby, Let It Reindeer, but either way, yep, good names. But yes, point goes to Silas for Be My Escape. Silas tied for first. So Silas, if you can get one more answer, you can take the win. Becky, you still have a chance at the win. Merc, you got to be on your toes, man, or I guess your fingertips. You know, you got to be ready to answer quickly. You can still have the win. So we've got kind of a three-way tie. But Auntie, Indy, Billy, you guys can easily come back if you just stay sharp and answer quickly. You guys can still come in and take the win. You will have to cover one of their Christmas songs in December. I might have to. I know a while back when I first started these streams, I did do a Christmas stream a while back, and I know I did some of their songs. They've got one that I really like called I Celebrate the Day, but it's a piano song. And I did do a stream a while back where I had set up a keyboard, but it's not the easiest thing to do. Like I kind of have to go out of my way a little bit to get a keyboard and set up. There's one I borrow from the church here, but it's still a little bit of a process to get it set up. And I think even the last time I played it, I almost feel like I couldn't hear it or something. Like I had to guess. Like I can't remember. There was something like kind of ridiculous. Either way, I don't have like a proper keyboard setup. But yes, absolutely. If we do a Christmas stream, I'll probably do a cover of some of their songs. All right, guys. Moving on to the next one. Go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Type I'm ready or let's go. And we will move on. This next one, actually everyone's going to get a chance to answer this next one. So I'm going to ask something, and you all get to make a nomination, and I'm going to pick my favorite answer. So everyone will have some time. There will be a little, I'll give you guys maybe like 2 or 3 minutes to provide answers, but I'm going to be picking my favorite answer. Indy's ready. Becky is ready. Awesome. And courtesy reminder, do make sure that you are caught up with the live stream so that you're not at a disadvantage. Of course, this is actually one of the few challenges where speed isn't necessary. In fact, if anything, you might not want to be too quick. You might want to take time and maybe come up with a few answers before you submit your answer. I do request that you submit ideally just one answer. It is okay to change, or if someone else gives the same answer, you can pick a different one. But ideally, it's nice just for everyone to have one answer, and we go with that. Well, that's pretty coincidental. Christmas is on a Thursday this year. I will say when Christmas time comes, usually I take off for 2 weeks. So I definitely won't be streaming on Christmas Day. But probably 2 weeks before that, I'll do a Christmas special for a live stream or something like that. All right. Here we go. Give me your nominee. What is the... actually, we're not even looking for the best. Just name a 3-piece band. So a 3-piece band means we're looking for a band with 3 members. Only 3 members. So it can be any band, but it's got to be known as a 3-piece band. Can't be 4 members, can't be 2 members, can't be a solo artist. We're looking for a 3-piece band. And it could be from any time period, any era, any style of music. Although, obviously, I do recommend, You know, rock and metal's probably a good one. King's X. That's actually a pretty good pick right there. I'm not like super familiar with King X's catalog, but I've checked them out before, and the little bit I checked out, they're a good one. ZZ Top. Okay, so this one, so Merc, let me know out of those which one, you know, Rush, ZZ Top, all good picks. But let me know which one you're going to nominate. So this isn't like guess, you know. Everyone gets a chance to nominate, but let me know which one you're going with. Muse, that's a good one. Blink 182, that's a good pick. Becky, which one are you going to go with? Are you going to go with Blink 182 or Muse? Because if you said Blink 182 first, so if you're going to go with that, then Silas is going to have to pick another band. Green Day. Yeah, we've got some good picks here. So go ahead. Yeah. All right, Merc's going to go with Rush. It's a good pick. Becky, which one are you going to go with? Are you going to go with Blink 182 or Muse? I'll go with Muse. Okay. Silas, you sticking with Blink 182? And then we got Green Day. Awesome. So we got Rush, Green Day, Blink 182, and Muse. And I don't know if there's anyone else. If there is anyone else, go ahead and take your pick. Y'all are making it tough. Y'all pick some good ones. That's for sure. Give me just a second. I'm really torn. Like, I'll be honest, all of these bands, I recognize them all as good bands, and they all have songs that I like. I wouldn't say any of these are like favorite bands of mine, so it's kind of like a tie. Like I could sort of go with almost any of these. I think I'm just going to make things interesting, because if I go with Becky, Silas, or Merc, whoever I go with, you guys, you'll get the win. But Indy made a good pick with Green Day. I definitely like a few Green Day songs. I wouldn't say I'm like a huge Green Day fan, but they definitely have some songs that I like. But I could say the same thing about Muse or Blink 182 or Rush. You know, all of them. They've got songs that I like. I wouldn't say that I'm particularly fans. So I think just to keep things interesting, I'm going to go with Green Day. So Indy, you are tied for first. And so now we've got a four-way tie. So I'm pretty sure this next one, I have a feeling, you know, unless somebody else steps up, I have a feeling this next one we're going to have a winner here. So good answers, everyone. Those were all some good picks. Now, Chevelle's kind of an interesting one. My guess is now Chevelle. Yeah, Chevelle's kind of an interesting one because they started as a three-way band. Technically, there's only two members in the band now. It was three brothers, and I think the younger brother left the band, and now it's just two of the brothers, and they never got a replacement. So I'm kind of torn. I don't know if it's fair to count Chevelle or not. Chevelle, out of those bands, Chevelle definitely would be my favorite, but I don't know if I can count them as a three-person band anymore. All right, here we go. I have a feeling. All right, I have a feeling we're going to have a winner. And what's kind of nice, I will say this, on the ones where I have to pick the answer, I kind of hate it when that's the last question, because then I feel like it's in my hands whether or not I can pick the winner. So here we go. We've got a question here, and first person to get this can, we'll take the win. So I have a feeling we're going to have a winner here. Here we go. Everyone ready? Go ahead, type ready, thumbs up. Again, make sure you are caught up with the stream. Make sure you're live because you'll be at a disadvantage. I'm going to go with a fun one here. I'm going to go with a password. So this kind of gives everyone a fair chance. I think this would be a good one to end on because I'm pretty sure we're going to have a winner here. Jack was saying all the answers I would have said are more pop-oriented. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you want, go ahead and type some of those answers. We're past that question, but I'd be curious who you would have suggested because I might have liked them, you know? My band is three-piece. We're looking for an official bass player. Well, good luck to you. I hope you find a bass player. And nothing wrong with starting three-piece. That's a good way to start off. All right, Indy's ready. Becky's ready. Merc is ready. All right, I have a feeling we're going to have a winner here. Got a password for you, okay? So it's a one-word password. I'm going to give you a one-word hint. You're allowed to take multiple guesses. If no one gets it, I'll give a second hint. And if still no one gets it, I'll give a third hint. But usually someone gets it by then. All right, here we go. Your hint for the password is bread. That is the hint. Bread. I don't know if I'm familiar with Expose, but I am familiar with Destiny's Child. My sister liked Destiny's Child. They were good. To be honest, I got to check them out more. So I'm going to check out both of them. I'll check out Expose and Destiny's Child. All right, there we go. Way to go. Merc, you're good at these like riddle ones, but Merc came... Oh, no, it wasn't Merc. Sorry, it was Becky. Way to go. Sandwich is the answer. I misread it. I thought Merc had said sandwich. Nope, it was Becky. So congratulations to Becky swooping in with 2 points and taking the win at S tier. So way to go. But let's see. I think some others said sandwich also. Becky had sandwich, and then we had some other guesses. Indy eventually said sandwich. But yes, sandwich was the correct answer. So way to go, everyone. Give congratulations to Becky. Way to go, Becky. And congrats to all of you. Pat yourselves on the back. We had a close competition here. I mean, look at this. We got a 3-way tie for A tier. And technically a tie with Becky because she had the perk of the 2-point answer. So really some really good close competition here. This was definitely a good match. But way to go, Becky. That's a second win for you. So Becky has won once before, but that is going to be a second win for Becky. So I'm taking note of that. Way to go. Congratulations to Becky, and congratulations to all of you. Way to put up some good competition right there. Awesome job, everyone. I've got one more song, and then we're going to wrap things up, but let me catch up with the chat here. And yeah, I was going to say, I was going to take note of those artists that... Expose and Destiny's Child. I know that's like some 90s pop kind of R&B stuff right there. Again, my sister used to like that band or that group. More of a group than a band, you know. Let's see here. Yep, congrats to Becky. Way to go. Fun stream, Quincy. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Indy. I always appreciate you tuning in. You bring some good competition to this, so thank you for making it fun. That goes to all of you. Silas, Merc, you guys really help make it fun, so thank you for hanging out. Awesome. I love these streams. Well, thank you, Merc. I'm glad you are enjoying them. Great job, guys. Awesome. I've got one more song for you, and then we are going to put a wrap on things. So let me see what this last song is. All right. Yep, got one more song for you. All right, this is one that I had released a while ago. Let me get the screen formatted. There we go. All right, last song. And I got, again, if you can't tell, this is kind of a common theme for me, but I did Farewell to Fear, and then I did The Weight of Tomorrow, and this song, kind of a similar thing. It's just a song about living today. This song is called Waking Up, and that's what it's about. It's about how, if you're not careful, it's super easy to just kind of sleepwalk through life. It's super easy to just fall into a routine, and you get so focused on performing the routine that you don't really stop to think, like, why am I doing this routine? Like, what am I actually, doing with my life? And I've shared with you guys before, I think it's good to start off the year to pick a word, a single word that kind of represents what you're trying to do for the year. And I shared with you guys, my word for this year is intentionality. I want to be intentional about every choice I make. Everything I do, I want to make sure that I mean it. I want to make sure I have a reason for doing it. I'm not just doing it just because it's what I've always done. I'm not just doing it because it's kind of, it's just sort of what I fell into by accident. Like, I want to make sure I'm being intentional with the choices I make and the habits that I'm developing. And that's an important thing. So this is a song about being intentional with your life and kind of, rather than only dreaming, but waking up and starting to dream, waking up and starting to take steps towards the kind of life that you want to live. So I hope you all enjoy it. This is going to be the last song for the stream. And then we're going to put a wrap on things. But hope you enjoy it. This one is called Waking Up.
It's too much effort to pull away the cover. down and won't let go. It smothers me, the weight of this anxiety pressing me into my pillow. A blissful sleep, chasing lies and counting sheep. It sure is easy, but not for me. So here I am, with all I have. I'm waking up, I'm facing what's in front of me. I won't back down, I can't stop now. I'm waking up so I can start to dream. I toss and turn, and tick by tock the hours burn, pleading for this night to end. A part of me begging to go back to sleep. It sure is easy, but not for me. So here I am, with all I have. I'm waking up, I'm facing what's in front of me. I won't back down, I can't stop now. I'm waking up so I can start to dream. You're not worth less. You have purpose. Wake up, see it. Time to dream it. So here I am, with all I have. I'm waking up, I'm facing what's in front of me. I won't back down, I can't stop now. I'm waking up so I can start to dream. So here I am, with all I have. I'm waking up, I'm facing what's in front of me. I won't back down, I can't stop now. I'm waking up so I can start to dream.
Thank you. Again, that one was called Waking Up. And if you enjoyed that song, it is available on Spotify, so you can certainly check it out and listen to it again. Guys, that is going to be a wrap, so let's catch up with the chat one final time, and then we will wrap things up. But I appreciate you all tuning in. Again, congratulations to our winner for tonight's game, Becky. Congratulations on the win, and all of you making it a fun competition, so I'm glad you all could participate and enjoy. Let's catch up with the chat here, and then we will wrap things up. Again, yes, shout out to Indy, who does have who does streams herself and does them on Fridays, if I remember correctly. So I think Jack posted a link to Indy's channel and then also a link to Silas's channel where he's posting some progress on the music that he and his band are doing. So definitely be sure to check them out as well. Awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, Becky was saying, yep, it was fun. I was going to listen while I sleep. Yeah. Well, again, definitely we're wrapping things up, so definitely get yourself some rest, but I do appreciate you hanging out. Exposed was mid to late 80s. Listen to Seasons Change. Thank you for the recommendation. I'm going to take note of that. Yep, Seasons Change by Expose. All right. Yep, much love to all. Yep. Might watch some of the stream tomorrow, Indy. Sounds good. See you soon. That video I posted of a new musical idea, I'm turning that into an official song. Awesome. That's how it starts. It just starts with a musical idea, and you kind of play around with it, explore it, and certainly a song can come out of it. So I'll definitely look forward to that. Here's our highlighted lyric from Becky. I won't back down. I can't stop now. I'm waking up so I can start to dream. So I hope that for all of you, don't let fear or just sleepwalking through life kind of keep you from going after whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are. Wake up and start dreaming, start taking action. Silas was saying, I'm going to name it with rainbow in the title. It's going to be about going through something like a storm, then to a rainbow. Sounds like a good concept. Great job, Quincy. Thank you, Silas. Much appreciated. Let's see here. Yep, congratulations to Becky. Hey, Fab. A little late. We're ending things up, but I do appreciate you tuning in. I hope you got to hear that last song, and I hope you've been doing well. I hope you've had a good summer so far. Yep, there's our Star Trek. That's not Live Long and Prosper, is it? I'm not like a huge Star Trek fan. I've seen some of it. I know it's a really good show and stuff, but I'm not super familiar with it. But I recognize the hand gesture. Thank you for the great stream, Quincy. Hope you have a great dinner when you get home. Yeah, thank you. I'm looking forward to chowing down on something. Like from something hard to something amazing. Yep, that's a big part of life. Life is going to be full of hard challenges, but it's worth it. A lot of times the hard things that you go through, that's the stuff that shapes you into who you will become. And that's the stuff that you'll come out of it stronger. You'll come out of it a better person. You'll grow from it. You'll learn from it. And it makes it all worth it. It's the challenging stuff that like later when you reap the reward, when you see the fruit from the hard work that you put into something, that's what makes it all worthwhile. Yep. I'm good, only slightly melted. Yep. Making you blush. Well, Fab, I do appreciate you tuning in. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Again, if you would like to support me and what I'm doing, supporting these streams, if you enjoy the streams and you enjoy my music and you want to support me, I've got a link there with a few different options. One, be sure to sign up for my email list. Again, that allows me to notify you directly whenever I release a new song, whenever I'm doing these streams, whenever I put out a new video. That link allows me just to notify you, to keep you up to date with what I got going on. So if you want to stay in the loop, definitely sign up to my email list at the bottom of that link. Also, if you want to show some support, I've got a merch store. Get yourself a cool hat or a shirt or something like that. Or if you want to provide a tip, I certainly appreciate that. There's a virtual tip jar in that link as well. So guys, thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate it. Indeed, the Vulcan hand sign for live long and prosper. That's right. Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate. Same to you. Live long and prosper. Hope the same to you. Good night, everyone. Stay safe from the storms. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever the weather's like where you're at, I do hope you all are safe, and I hope you all rest well. Thank you for the hearts, Becky. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really enjoyed hanging out with all of you. I hope you have a great rest of the week. I hope you have a good evening or morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Until next time.